Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Bread of Life channel. I'm so excited to be here with Taylor. She's a cell biologist, and she's going to be talking to us about how science points to God. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your work?
Right. I study microtubules in terms of causing neurodegeneration. Whenever you have something that destabilizes microtubules, it causes neurodegeneration. And I actually have found a research model where we can easily view this and see if the microtubules are being disturbed by different medications or substances to try to prevent, neurodegeneration from different substances.
Awesome.
Relevant. And a lot of biologists, I've asked people that I work with about origin of life, they just say, oh, well, we don't know, or they just don't really think about the question or the problem. So I got interested in this. I've always wondered how life came about. I was not religious growing up at all. So I started studying biology. In sixth grade, I asked my biology teacher how life came about, and she almost seemed stunned by the question, and she said atoms wanted to create more atoms, which makes no sense at all. So I was not satisfied with that answer, and so I've kind of been on a pursuit to understand how life was created from a scientific perspective, not from a religious perspective. But as I got deeper into the field, I realized that this is impossible. It just could not have happened, and I got interested in biology from how did life arise, and my interest in how life arose was not from a religious perspective, but looking into the science of it, I became religious because it really showed me that, wow, like there must have been some intervening force to create life, because there's just scientifically there's impossibilities, and by far there's no explanation at all from a scientific perspective. So that's why I started like believing in God and looking into other answers, because science doesn't give them, and it's not even getting close. It's getting further away from them. Because the more we found out, the further away we're getting, as I mentioned. So people say, "Oh, as time goes on, like we're going to figure out something." No, the time is not on the biologist side. And whenever they created the theory of abiogenesis, that was Darwin who created that theory. They thought that cells were balls of jelly, but now we know that the cellular cells have more advanced machinery that humans can even create. So like they're like, whoa, stop, like, because we're getting further away from the answer of how life arose. Because cells are not balls of jelly, and we have not revised the theory of how life arose, abiogenesis, which doesn't have a working theory. So yeah, and that's how I started believing in God.